Hey, what's going on, my friends? This is Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I am coming to you once again from the mountains here. So sorry if my internet has a little bit of a fuzziness or a delay. We've got a great guest today. We're going to be getting to him here in just a moment. If you guys are brand new, you can text the number on your screen. You text WUL to the number on your screen. We'll shoot you a little reminder each and every morning when we go live. If you're brand new, get into the challenge, the 15-day online business builder challenge, and get into our blueprints if you can. They're absolutely a game changer, and you will be a part of a community and a platform and a people who care about your success and are willing to be there with you every step of the way, which is not the norm in the internet world. Okay. The internet is a vast, wide, wild west, unregulated place that integrity and consistency and quality is not always the norm. And that's what we strive to be able to bring our students. And I think our results speak for themselves. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in our guest for today, RJ Hughes. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
It is our pleasure. It is my pleasure. I feel like we've spoke before. Is that right?
Yep. You've had me on here before, yeah?
Yep. As you can see, I come in totally unprepared. So, no, I literally just, saw your face, looked at your info and realized and remembered that we had spoke. I couldn't remember when it was because 2020 has been a big blur to me.
Yeah.
But give us a recap, my man. I know you're doing some consulting. I know you're doing some TikToking. We'll talk about that here in a second. But kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. What got you into, searching on the internet in the first place for something? What were you searching for? Have you found it yet? And what brought you to Legendary?
So, yeah, I went through the traditional path. I went to school some more, and then, got a job and kind of went through that process and climbing the corporate ladder. And I was successful, and I am still full-time there. I'm doing my online business on the side. But it was just something that was missing. I wasn't fulfilled in my current role, so I was looking for something else. And I always had the entrepreneur drive, entrepreneur spirit. And so I kind of looked, what could I offer that could be potential a business that I build and something that I can, really enjoy building along the way in my spare time. And the most easy thing for me was, the skills that I already had that I was using in my job, using those in other industries that I had interest in. So I'm in higher education finance, but that finance background can be translated very well. And I use that to translate it to real estate finance, building financial models for clients kind of all over the country. And then I kind of got an opportunity to work with startup finance, building out 5 and 10 year models for new startup. So that was exciting for me. And then it was amazing the power of that, from my little town in Pennsylvania. I can work with these, startup companies out in California, big time real estate developments in Florida, Georgia. And it was great for me. And then so I looked to more, as I was growing in my career, less and less time really was I had in this, because I was getting up early, because I have 3 young children as well, getting up super early, spending the weekends on that. And it kind of got to a point where it was becoming too much. Had to go, either this is something I want to build and go on with that, or do I want to stay in my current job and maybe look for something else. So I really enjoy my job, and it's kind of like a family atmosphere. So I wanted to keep that. So I still do consulting, but I pared it down to only the clients that I really wanted to work with. And then I looked for other things online, and kind of going through YouTube. That's my go-to for everything. If I have a question about anything, I go to YouTube and learn. And I came across just marketing in general, and really affiliate marketing, really through Nathan Lucas. I think I saw some of his videos, and just the power of that, because you can build up systems, build them in place, and then really create your business. that's for the long term. So that was really exciting to me. And and the way I am in terms of, I have to really dissect everything and be very analytical with it. So it took me a long time to finally jump in, which that's something that I regret. But yeah, it's been great, and that's really how I got to affiliate marketing. And he was promoting obviously Legendary, and I kind of actually stayed away from it because I thought, well, if I'm going in there, then that's like that's the upper echelon for me. So I kind of try to learn from other avenues, which is another thing that I regretted. I wish I would have just got that base knowledge with the 15-day challenge and started there. So I kind of put things off and thought, maybe I could learn on my own. And then, so yeah, but this year probably I started with you guys had the 15-day, not the TikTok challenge. And so I had never even opened that app or downloaded that app. I had no idea. And I started on there, and it's kind of just exploded for me. I started with YouTube and, putting out videos constantly and it took me a long time to get 100 subscribers. But for this, you get in a TikTok, and the amount of views that you can get in such a short amount of time was very powerful and pretty amazing to me. And it really got my affiliate marketing business and really laid the groundwork in my mind. This can work. I'm making it work. And where can I take it from here? So that's where I am now.
Nice, man. That's fascinating, and some good learning lessons along your journey in terms of procrastination, overanalyzation, and maybe some perfectionism in there. We all struggle with that in different forms based on our personalities, I think. And you being a math guy and an analyst, an analyst, and somebody who is, you're analytical by nature. It makes sense why you want to overanalyze things. And so how have you dealt with moving from, sort of that everything's got to be fact-based to more, I'm going to be faith-based, right? Because the outcomes or taking action requires a certain amount of kind of faith that, okay, I'm gonna sort of see what the result's going to be after I do it, versus like a math problem, more knowing what the outcome's going to be at the beginning of starting to solve the problem. How do you manage that? How do you deal with that with the personality that you have?
It took a lot, but I mean, it started out, I knew the power. I could very clearly see the power of video along with affiliate marketing. So I really never been on video before. So developing that skill, and I thought when I started my YouTube channel, well, at least I'll get better at communicating on video, at the very least. And then so that's been great. Just kind of just getting out of my norm, out of my comfort zone, and just trying it. And that was big going on TikTok, and I've kind of evolved. I used to think about, oh, well, do I really want to do that? Do I really want to say that? And I just kind of, if I have an idea, I can just open the phone and just do it and put it out there. And if it doesn't do well, then, that's fine. It's a learning experience. And kind of a lot of trial and error. And, I've tried a lot of different things. I think that's one of my favorite things with TikTok is I can try a lot of different things and kind of see what works, kind of see what doesn't, and kind of use that data. And then, because then in the background, I can use that information that I get to kind of lay the groundwork of where I'm going to go to next and how I'm going to move my business forward next. So I kind of getting out of my comfort zone was the first thing, and then but still sticking to how I am and using that data, and then to move forward over the overarching of business.
Yeah, and you're finding sort of your own way that works for your personality. And us as maybe not a higher education, but darn it, we're trying to get there, right? We're trying to be recognized in society as a legitimate education platform. You work for a pretty prestigious university yourself, and I think that online courses and online education is eventually going to catch up in society as just as legitimate and just as at least has the potential to get somebody the results that they want as much as anything. And I do find it kind of fascinating that you are in higher education and you are pursuing your own education through online courses, online companies, online educators, like us. Makes me feel good about what we're doing. That you give us the nod.
Absolutely.
You know, so how do you? What is your? I mean, on that topic, like, what is your perspective? I mean, you are working with one of the most well-known universities in the country, and you've obviously seen both sides of the coin in terms of a more organized, traditional education approach versus kind of get online, sort of do it yourself, learn from, not professors in a classroom, but, guys like me, ex-homeless dudes uh, who have honed my skills through practice and sort of being in the trenches. Where do you see, uh, why are you choosing to seek education in this route versus and where do you see this sort of education at in the future versus the traditional route?
So, I mean, as a society, we've put a value on continuing education, getting that degree, and how important is that? But what is really the value when you go to? Is it sitting in that class with that professor? Is it going through all those courses that you don't typically? I mean, you go for a business degree, and only 30 credits are for business. The rest of your 90 credits are anything really.
Yeah.
But so. It's really that degree that says, that certification that says I can do this.
Yeah.
But if you can get that knowledge and prove that you can do that, I think that's a big shift that we are taking, maybe slowly, but as a society, that
Yeah.
proving that you can do the job rather than oh yeah, I have this degree or something. And I have noticed it in higher education environments that a lot of business schools are offering executive education courses. So you don't have to be at the university. You can be, a professional, and you go and take these 3, courses with a professional in that area, or a professor, and you get that certification that says, I got this. And then that's something that, so that's where I think the value of that education is, and something like this. Well, at Legendary, it's amazing. The value is completely amazing. I can't find where you can get a 15-day challenge like that for $7, and the amount of value there is, and you can join this community and kind of get that. That's another thing, and networking at universities is such a big thing. But you can get that online now, and with this community. So I think that's a big thing. So it's I'm not one of the ones that says college is a complete scam. Because I went to college. I'm glad I did.
Sure.
I'm glad that I got the base.
Uh-huh.
But it's done well for me in my career. But in my entrepreneurial spirit, it doesn't. And I'm not going to go back to school to become an entrepreneur. So and if you're enjoying the marketing skills and building a business, you can find that on the internet and find it for pretty cheap without doing it for 4 or 5 years of schooling.
Yeah. Yeah, and my wife has a degree in psychology. She has a master's degree in psychology. She happened to get that master's degree mostly online because she got it in her 30s. We were. I think she finished it up after we were married, but yeah, and she totally could go, and she got tired of me one day and wanted to go and leave me and start a counseling practice. She could, or if she wanted to do that now, even if we were, today, she could do that. I think that's also given her, I have a stepbrother. He went to Florida State University, and he said part of the the degree proves that you got up and showed up for 4 years straight. You woke up and you were able to endure and persevere through the challenges and so on and so forth. I also think there's a power that it's hard to emulate with online, that university pre-pandemic anyways gave you that experience of being around other people. So it gave you a lot of support, or it gives a student a lot of support. We're trying to model that online, right? Which can be difficult sometimes. You mentioned the family atmosphere of your job, and you appreciate that. We've tried to create that here at Legendary, but how are you staying motivated? How do you personally stay motivated? Do you feed off of other people? Do you tune in to wake up late? I mean, have you connected with other people, or are you sort of self-started? Do you not particularly require the support group? What keeps you accountable? What keeps you motivated? What keeps you coming back, even if you have a frustrating day or week?
Yeah, I've always been blessed with being a self-starter, and so that I'm thankful for that, and I'm always striving for something more. And I think you look at it. So I mean, a lot of people, they hate their job, so that may be what motivated them. They're getting pushed into something because they want to get away from their job. But I think I look at it as I'm pulled to something else. I think I have always felt that there's something out there greater, and I can achieve that, and my potential is high. And so I just want to kind of see what I can do and see what I can achieve, and that's what's always driven me. So I mean, it's kind of, especially in the early morning, there was a lot of times when I was getting up at 4 a.m. Because especially when I was still, I'm completely remote with my job now. When I had to drive, I live in Pennsylvania, but my job's in Baltimore, so that was. I got up very early, but just to get to work on time. So to work on my business there, I was getting up 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning, and so you do that several for weeks on end. It gets to be a lot. So what really motivates you to jump out of bed and actually do that? And it was, I kind of always looked at it as maybe today is the day, like God's gonna show me give me that revelation in my business, and what's going to take me to that next level in my business, and I don't really want to sleep through that. So I guess that's something that always motivated me to do that.
That's cool. You don't want to miss a miracle. I like that.
Exactly.
Do you see yourself pursuing consulting, niched up, using the knowledge that you already have, or do you feel like you're pursuing affiliate marketing and that's the direction that you want to go in the future?
Definitely affiliate marketing is the direction I want to go to. Like I said, I still have a few clients that I really enjoy working with, kind of become friends with, and I still do that. I don't know, about a month and a half ago, I went on a little vacation, and I was still getting commissions from all the work that I'd done with my affiliate business. So that was amazing. I didn't have to work with any clients, and I was still making money. So that was powerful to me. When I came back, I then had a really surge in my consulting business. A lot of former clients kind of called me, and they had different projects. So I put my focus on that. So that's kind of nice. So I kind of look at those as two separate businesses. I have a consulting business that I enjoy, and I only take on clients or work that I really enjoy. And then I have the affiliate marketing business that I really want to build for the long term. So that's kind of the direction I want to go. And so I spend, if something comes up in consulting, and I focus my time there, but ultimately all my focus on building is in the affiliate marketing business.
Yeah. Well, I wish you nothing but the best, my brother. I enjoy checking in with you, every couple of months and hearing about where you're at and what you're up to. Where can people find you to get in contact with you and follow some of your stuff? Do you know your handle on TikTok?
So on TikTok, it's Hustle Above, and that same is with YouTube.
Hustle Above.
Hustle Above. Yep, just one word.
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess it's basically hustling above the daily grind to reach financial independence. I always kind of, I wasn't the biggest, the fastest, the strongest in high school, and I played a lot of sports, but I would always be the one that out hustled everybody, and to create the success. So I always kind of keep that same mindset and motivation in my business as well.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's important for everybody to remember, is that having, there's a phrase, I don't know who said it, where I heard it from. I think it might have been Jeffrey Combs, something, but more heart than talent is the quote. And that's always stuck with me. I think that's really important. I think everybody's always trying to learn the skill sets. The skill sets are definitely important. The perfectionism and the comparisonitis, comparing ourselves to other people, is not. That's detrimental, and it's debilitating. But the hustle, more specifically, when I say hustle, I mean consistency, and I mean discipline. Getting up every day and having a schedule and a routine, and also having a schedule and a routine every week, meaning that, if I'm building a channel, say TikTok, or if I'm building a YouTube channel, I've got a system. I don't have to think about what I'm doing every day. I don't have to think, am I going to shoot a video? No, it's all on the calendar. It's a daily or weekly method of operation. For me, I meet with certain team members and have certain meetings at the same time every week. I have certain, things are just, they're consistent. I don't have to think about them. A lot of times people see me with the same shirt, I don't like to think about. The less time I can spend on what am I going to wear, what am I going to eat, what am I going to do, the more energy I have to spend on the things that I need to execute on, which by this point in my life and career are in the calendar. I know what I need to do. And at the very base minimum, that's my sort of base, is I know what I need to do. I know what's going to get done. And then anything above and beyond that is icing on the cake. And so, I think that, we can all lower the expectations on ourselves a little bit, in terms of that we need to be these giant superstars who are, the Tony Robbins of the internet, and just realize that the hustle, that consistency will get the job done. Not overnight, but it will get the job done, and you're proof of that. You get the final word, my man. What would you say to people? Add to that, or closing thought?
I'll just add to that. Yeah. And when you get into a new business like affiliate marketing, there's so much you don't know, and you can learn that, but hustle will cover a lot of that while you're learning in the background. If you just hustle, you can start seeing some results. So it just start and do it, and you'll start seeing results, and you'll continue to learn. And there's so much that you'll learn actually doing it that you can't possibly do by watching a million YouTube videos or researching it and anything like that. Actually doing it and learning it firsthand is very valuable.
Yeah. All right, my brother. Well, listen, man, keep up the great work. Happy to know you and have you a part of our community. And thanks for being willing to continue to come on and share your experience and your wisdom. And we'll talk to you soon. All right.
All right. Thanks a lot.
All right. See you, RJ. All right, guys. That is another episode in the books. Appreciate all of you in the comments, dropping a comment, watching, tuning in. Thank you guys so much. It's hopefully we're bringing you guys value on a daily basis and continuing to stoke your fire, keep you excited, keep you motivated, and show you how much opportunity there is out there, not through hyping and pieing in the sky and, oh, you can do this, but just by having real conversations with people like RJ who are out there making it happen. So meet us back here tomorrow, 10 a.m. Eastern time. Wake up legendary, be legendary, and we'll see you then.